What's good, everybody? Welcome in to The Early Edge, your daily sports betting brand of record. We are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine, the best value in all of sports betting, and it's not even close. I am your boy, the coach, coming off a solid day at the brand once again, picking up right where we left off. It could have been a fantastic day. The Magic decided halfway through the day they would bench Bencaro. Thank you very much. Diamondbacks, Giants for the Maestro hits. The Gem, England, Norway, 8 goals scored in that game. All of them by England. What? I hit 2 out of 3, then 2 out of 3 from the site, then early edge in 5. I'm so disgusted with myself. The Braves team total was that was a stretch. It was a stretch. I knew it was a stretch, and I shouldn't have played it. But we live and we learn. It was still a profitable day. And what's our motto here at the show? We only want to win more than we lose. Great people in the chat today. Keep that chatter going. Let's bring in the stars of the show. And wait a second. Nobody told me that Buckets was back on the show today. We have not been face-to-face for a while, and you've been doing a little chirping, but that's okay. Welcome back to the Early Edge, Mr. Buckets.
Thank you, Coach. It is great to be here, and I'm excited to talk about our favorite thing in the world today, and that is under betting in soccer. So I'm excited to get back into it.
Well, he screwed that up. But anyway, and I'll explain that later. Maestro, did you have something you needed to say, or?
No, it's great to be here, and Coach, congrats on yet another winning day in this incredible 35-9 run that you have going. And but no, before the show, I was asking Buckets. It must be cold up there in Indiana. Is that a turtleneck?
It is a turtleneck. I was excited for Coach to be back. I wanted to dress up for his return and present my best self moving forward.
I feel like we're going to go on a date or something after this show. I mean, this is in a turtleneck. Calvin Wetzel, would you ever show up on the Early Edge in a turtleneck?
I don't think I own a turtleneck, so no, probably not.
Oh, Buckets, one of a kind. And the fashion plate that is the Maestro is coming down on you. That should make you feel even worse. Even worse. All right, let's get into it. Storylines that could affect the betting lines today. Bucket, it's because I want to let bygones be bygones for now. I'll let you go first. What would you like to talk about today, Buckets?
I would like to talk about unders.
Oh, okay. You want to talk about unders. All right, go ahead. That was awesome. That was awesome. Go ahead.
So we have the second leg of the UCL qualifying round of 16 today. And if you're somebody who loves goals like I do, you hated the first leg. The under hit in every matchup but 2 of them, as teams took a really long time to try to figure out how to play against each other here. Going into the second leg, however, we're going to see a lot of these teams, we're going to see the desperation kind of sink in. These teams that are down 1-0, 2-0, or even 3-0, they've got nothing to do today but to go for goals. And the better teams are going to take advantage of that on their counterattack. So we're expecting much more goals today, as the mentality in the second leg is we have to catch up or we are gone. So I'm very excited for the matchups that we have today.
I can tell you're very excited. I really, really could tell. John in the chat says, Buckets bringing turtlenecks back into fashion. Maybe. Don't put that fist up before I finish. Reed says, I love the Coach Buckets chats. Well, that makes one person. That does. All right. Now, since we got that out of the way and such a smooth start to the show today, Calvin Wetzel, please get us back on track. Please talk to me about the WNBA coming out of well, it's not technically hibernation, but you know what I mean. Coming out of a break. The floor is yours.
Yeah, well, you talk about all the time, educate and entertain, right? And not just make a pick that people blindly follow, although we do make picks too. But I want to educate a little bit about how to bet today's slate coming out of the All-Star break. See, I was at the All-Star weekend. I had a blast. I had so much fun this past weekend. So much fun, in fact, that I came home Sunday night, went to bed early, slept like 12 hours because I was beat. That's how much fun I had. And you know that a bunch of the players had at least as much fun as I did. If you follow any of them on social media, look at their Instagram stories. So if you're going to be placing bets today, it might be good, if you really want to get deep with it, go check out some of those IG stories. Look at which players were maybe having some fun, which players, obviously they fly commercials. So a lot of players had to fly out there, fly back to a different city within a couple days. Maybe some teams with a lot of players that had, were out late, had a lot of fun flying out, flying back. Maybe that might be a good fade. So just something to keep in mind, especially because we have an afternoon game today, a noon local time, which we'll get into more in a bit. But look for, I don't know, maybe some bricks. I know you hate unders, Coach, or who knows? It's going to be a weird day.
Hey, man, you got me all kinds of excited about this under in the afternoon. By the way, Jalen Rose famously told me once the worst games he hated to play, or the games he hated to play the most, was the afternoon Staples Center Clippers games at 12:30 local time. That's what he told. He goes, the worst. Every player hates it because they go out in LA the night before. So now, Calvin, I didn't check out your IG story. I didn't see how much fun you had. But maybe we need to go do that. Maybe we need to go do that. Thank you for that storyline very much. All right, now, Maestro, I can always rely on you whenever I'm diving deep in the WNBA and maybe Buckets is throwing out his soccer plays, but you're always laser focused on our bread and our butter, and that is the NFL. And we still don't know what is going to happen with the quarterback situation in San Francisco. What do you got?
Or in Seattle, where they're stuck with, Drew Lock and Geno Smith. The report came out yesterday that they were studying Jimmy G, looking at his film, figuring out if he fits with their offense. Well, of course he fits with their offense. He would be a major upgrade. I mean, Jimmy G had a 99 passer rating. He completed 68% of his throws last season. He is a average to above average NFL quarterback, and he's only 30, but he's coming off shoulder surgery. He's supposed to start throwing right now, and the Seahawks know that the 49ers are desperate because he's costing them $25 million, and they could wait. The 49ers may actually just have to cut him, and Seattle could pick him up then because the Niners have to get working on Deebo Samuel and Nick Bosa, and that's where their money has to go. They're going forward with Trey Lance. And if this is the end of Jimmy G in San Francisco, which it seems to be, even if the Seahawks don't acquire him, it's kind of sad because he is a good quarterback. But the two things that stand out to me and to a lot of fans are the pass in the Super Bowl. Emmanuel Sanders wide open, misses the bomb. They were down to the Chiefs, had a chance to take the lead with a minute and a half to go. He misses the play on 3rd and 10 for a touchdown, got too cautious, threw it too far, didn't want to get it picked. And instead they lost the Super Bowl. And then last season, they get inside the Rams territory. They have the lead, 12 minutes to go in the NFC title game. And Shanahan does not have confidence in Jimmy G on 4th and 2 from the Rams 45. He punts the ball. And before that, he actually had 2 running plays that gained nothing. So no confidence in his quarterback with the chance to win the game, a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, those are the 2 plays that stand out.
Yeah, I remember in our chat, because we have the greatest chat any show could ever have. And I remember we were incredulous at that call. And by the way, I was there. I was in the stadium when the Chiefs knocked off the 49ers, and they gave away an 11-point lead with 8 minutes to go. And the guy in front of me spent $9,300 on his ticket and made sure to tell me for 52 minutes buckets how much he spent on his tickets. Guess what I did for the last 8? I told him how much I spent on my ticket. Face value. That's what happens when you're who I am. So it's time to get into our picks for the day, coming off another winning day at the brand. But as you know, because you watch every single day at home, we've grown so big we have to pay bills, buckets. So let's take a very short break and hear from one of our incredible partners. And we are back. It is time for our board. Now, from SportsLine, if you're not a member, there has never been a better time. Every sport is either on hiatus or playing. How about that? Now, one play. And when I look at the Dodgers and the Cardinals, I may have a play on this coming up. We're going to go under. Dodgers had to travel, day off. Cardinals bats have not been great. I did play the over last night, lost by a half a run. I was almost there. We're going to go under 9 in our model. The Dodgers are 80% to the under during day games this season, or after day off the season. I can't even read. All right, we're just going to go under 9. Stop trying to be smart, Jonathan. All right. Now, Calvin Wetzel, I tried to do something with buckets, and clearly that didn't work. So I'm going to come to you because the first and the last spot on the show are coveted, and I cannot trust buckets right now. So Calvin Wetzel after that incredible storyline. And I just put in my WNBA plays while you were talking. What are your picks today, sir?
All right, well, I saw someone in the chat comment that I'm wearing a Sky shirt, which they liked a lot more than that turtleneck. There's a reason why I'm wearing a Sky shirt, because we're going with the Sky. First half, -5, -105. You can get this at almost any book. I've seen it on Caesars, DraftKings, PointsBet. In theory, the Sky should cover the full game, but the Sky kind of have a problem with blowing big leads in the fourth quarter. 3 of their last 4 games, they've taken a 20-plus point lead and let that get back to single digits. So I'm staying away from the full game and instead going to the first half. I think the first quarter, -2.5, -3 is good as well. But the Sky are clearly the better team. The All-Star game was in Chicago, so this is the one team that didn't have anyone that had to travel. Even though they did have 4 All-Stars, they've been home for a week. I like the Sky to cover -5 in the first half. And then the other pick that I'm making for the first time, we have player props at Bet Rivers, points, rebounds, and assists. That's for the day game today, noon local start, 3 p.m. Eastern, Seattle versus Dallas. I'm taking Breanna Stewart for the Seattle Storm over 6.5 rebounds. It's a -115. She's averaging over 7. She's hit this over 6.5 in 15 of her 21 games. I think the reason we're getting a little bit of a lower line is because she's been just under this in 4 straight games, but those have all 4 been blowouts. She hasn't reached 27 minutes in any of them. She's averaging over 30 minutes. I think she gets over 30 minutes today. I expect this one to be a little bit closer. Those were all at least 16 points. So I expect her to go back over 6.5 rebounds today.
See, there are levels to this game. You can't just look at a score or look at points and go, oh, four games in a row. Blowouts matter. Blowouts kill props. That's what I always say. Blowouts kill props. All right, now, yesterday I should have been 3-1. As I told you, I forced the Braves team total. I don't like forcing picks. That's not what we do here. So I apologize for that. But today I got 2 that I love. I'm going to go right back to the Rays again, +1.5. Now, the pitching matchup 3 years ago would have been all-star versus all-star. It's not the case anymore. Chris Sale, he's been hurt all year. I don't know what he's going to bring to the table today. So I'll take the Rays. I'll take the run-and-a-half, -155. I know it's a little juicy because we can take them on the money line at +105. I don't want to do that. I'll lay the extra juice. Then Dodgers, you're going to give me the Dodgers under -150 on any day against any team? I'm going to take it. Plus, the Cardinals had a 4-game grueling series. Last night ended with the Phillies. Dodgers, day off. We like the Dodgers today, -145. Now, buckets. Clearly, you know you are going next because when the Maestro's on the show, he always goes last. But there's a lot of things I say on the show, correct? Yes? Oh, my God, buckets, really? Unmute yourself!
Yes.
Oh, my God. Okay, now, do I always say that we are changing lives one life at a time, correct?
Correct.
And we start from the beginning, do we not?
We do.
So Mike in the chat says the wife just got induced. Baby is on the way soon. Got to have some winners straight from the hospital to the pay window. So buckets, Mike is counting on us. The new baby is counting on us. So buckets, if you've never wanted to do something before for anybody, do it for Mike's baby boy or Mike's baby girl right here, right now. What do we got?
Mike, I will help take care of you. These picks are for Mike here today. Our first one, we're going with Vikinger Reykjavik versus Malmo FF. Last week, we had Malmo money line, and it was one of the luckiest bets that we've hit to date because Malmo looked terrible. They are implementing a new strategy where they just play absolutely zero defense, and it was a really risky game last time. So here, instead of taking a money line, we're going to take both teams to score. Malmo scored 3, Reykjavik scored 2. It's going to be another goal-heavy game. Going into our second match, we've got the Lincoln Red Imps versus Stupi Kair. Might have botched the pronunciation there a little bit, but I'm trying here. Lincoln Red Imps are one of the few teams with international and European experience going into this matchup. Lincoln was favored, or was an underdog, but was favored to have upset after upset in this tournament. It was expected to go far, only to get beat down in the first leg 3-0. Now they're playing in their home fans. They've got nothing else to do but go for goals here. I'm loving both teams to score on this one as well at -130. Our third match is going to be Sheriff Tiraspol versus HSK Zrinski Mosta. Sheriff is a team that as recent as last year has Champions League experience. They beat Real Madrid in the match day qualifiers. They scored against Inter twice. They scored against Shakhtar. This is a team that is capable of scoring against anyone. They're tied 0-0 right now going into the second leg, playing at home. We're going to see a beast of a team come out, and I'm expecting them to win this easy at -130 money line. And in our last pick, we've got Karabag FK versus Lech Poznan. We've got the #1 Azerbaijan team playing the #2 Polish team here today. And a game that's going to be a little bit tricky, but should be a perfect example of Karabag attacking constantly, desperate to score, while Poznan gets to sit back, play the counterattack. Both teams to score at +110 here. Looks really, really solid.
I don't know what's funnier to me. The fact that you wore a turtleneck today on the show, or you trying to pronounce every single one of your bets today on the show, because that was funny, but not as funny as this. My man Clyde in the chat.
Oh, no.
He says, oh, it has nothing to do with you, Buckets. Nothing to do with you. He says, nothing like being on a podcast chat while the wife is in labor. Can you imagine if Mike's wife right now, the doctor walked in, she goes, "Where's my husband? Where's Mike? He's out on his iPad doing stuff with a guy in a turtleneck." I don't know.
Labor can take a while, so.
It can take a while. But that turtleneck, that's going to last a lifetime. Oh my God. I can't. Oh, I cannot. And somebody said, are they going to name the baby Buckets? No, I don't even know what to say at this point. You guys in the chat are amazing. Now, Mike just took the time. He says, I love it. This is awesome. She is laughing about it. He told his wife. He literally told his wife who's in labor, his sweetheart, hang tight. I got to go talk to the boys on the early edge. Just hold it. Oh, hold it. Oh, my God. I cannot believe we are holding a baby from being born so we can get our today on the early edge. Oh my God. This is a new all-timer. Mike, thank you so much. You just claimed the #1 spot on the best moments in the history of the early edge. Hold the baby. All right, Maestro, you recently had a baby. You know what this is all about. Oh my God. I got to come down for a second. And DBU says, too much time talking about nothing. Well, then guess what? Go to a different show, because that was funny. I don't care what you say. That was funny. All right, now, Maestro. Okay, now, you always have the last spot on the show, because this tends to happen from time to time where we get off the rails and we need to bring it back. So, sir, the floor is yours.
Let's look at the two hottest teams in baseball, the Orioles and the Mariners. They've each won 8 straight. Start in Chicago, the Orioles visiting the Cubs. This is even money. They're the underdog here. Jordan Lyles, 2 straight great starts. And what I like about this play is the Orioles have the 5th best bullpen in baseball, and the Cubs have the 5th worst bullpen in baseball. The Cubs are 17-27 at home. Something special is going on with this Orioles team, and I think they keep it going tonight. It's a great price. And then Seattle visiting Washington. You take a look at two teams in different directions. The Nats have lost 10 of 11. Seattle not only has won 8 in a row, not only are they 16-3, but they have gotten a great lift from Carlos Santana, 36-year-old first baseman. They get him from the Royals for a couple of prospects. He hits 2 homers yesterday, including the go-ahead homer over the Blue Jays in the 8th inning. This guy is great in the locker room. They love him. They're 11-1 with him. His OPS is over 1.1 in July. I'm going to ride the Mariners. Chris Flexen was dominant last time out. They are coming back at only -110. Let's get both of these teams to get their 9th win in a row.
Who would have ever thought 2 months ago that we'd be talking about the Orioles and the Mariners as two teams that just cash? It seems like day after day after day. All right, 2 more quick ones from the chat, then we got to get the hell out of here. So Dylan says, got to cash first. I respect it, Mike. And then Mike says, LOL, what a great way to start the day. Do you know what else is a great way to start the day? Having a baby, Mike. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. All right, grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here is the recap, courtesy of AB on the ones and the twos. The Maestro, he's on the Orioles and the Mariners, both the money line. Love those plays. I'm not even going to even attempt to do what Buckets do. Just look at his picks there. Again, what is that league, though, Buckets? Tell the league again when you go to the sports book. There's a million of them. What are these?
Absolutely. These are the UCL, so it's the Champions League qualifying matches. They should be all under either your World or Europe tab, depending on the book that you are on.
Thank you very much. Calvin Wetzel, 2 plays from the WNBA. Straight play first half, -0.5, -105. Then how about getting a WNBA prop into the show? Good on Calvin. Then if you're going to catch with me, you're going to do it with the Rays plus a run and a half, -155. Then Dodgers on the money line in St. Louis. Then from the site, we'll stay with that game and go Dodgers, Cardinals, under 9, -130. Oh, as if this show couldn't get any better. AB, show your face. Oh, there's that big old fat smile that I love so much. What's up, big boy?
Hey, what's up? First off, great show today. Second, I was trying to get one of those like virtual graphics where like in the hospital, you know what I mean? Like just to have babies behind there. Number 3, I look forward to Bucket sending over his 97 Abercrombie & Fitch sweater here over to the baby. So good job on that. And I've been trying to figure out which boy band Buckets would be. He looks a little more Backstreet Boys than he does NSYNC. It could be 98 Degrees. We're going to have to figure that out.
Hey, AB, did you see what Chad said? He said,
No, what he said.
Buckets borrowed the Joe Burrow post-game press conference.
It is, dude. You got the chain too, man. Yeah, dude, that's a perfect comment.
A little earring. How about that? How about a little hair gel? All right. Hey, AB, we're talking about nothing. Too much talking about nothing. There's one person in the chat says we're talking about nothing. So let's get back to business. All right. What is in the AB3 today?
Well, I'll tell you what, if there's anybody in the early edge or SportsLine that needs to talk serious business, obviously it's me that you bring in for that one. But we got 3 plays, and I'll put them up here for you. First up, we're going to go with the Yankees-Reds alternate total over 7.5. Yankees averaging 6.7 runs per game over its last 7. The Reds, they've scored 15 over their last 2, and we get New York with the short porch here. Both teams coming off of rest should be nice for us. Second, we're going to go Rays team total. I feel you there, Coach. We're going to go over 3, a little juicy, -150. However, you look at what the Rays have been doing. They're averaging 5.3 runs per game over its last 7. Should be nice. Lastly, we're going to go. Yes, we're going Buckets. I'm coming into your territory, baby. MLS. We're going Austin FC, Houston Dynamo. Both teams to score. Let me give you a little information here on this. Austin FC, they scored in 9 straight games. Houston, they scored in 7 of 8 of their last games. And Houston has given up more goals this season than they've scored, and they're pretty aggressive as well. So, yeah, those are our 3, man.
So, AB, I think our man Jason Durden just won the chat today. Could you put his thing up there? It's I think you'll see it there.
No.
Last one, and I promise, as many of you are saying, this is the best part of your day. Thank you.
I'm looking for it. Hold on. I'm looking for it here.
I'll just read it. He says, Buckets looks like Ivan Drago.
He does.
Will break you. You look just like him from Rocky IV, baby. Let's go. Oh, Ryan says, great show today, guys. All right. So the one person who is complaining about us talking about nothing, you are dead to me. I'm no longer because this was maybe the best show we've ever had. And I know we went a little bit long, but damn it, it was funny. AB, anything else from you on Buckets because you were on a roll?
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say I'm waiting for his, his love single to come out here. I need some boy band, direction here. Also, I will say this to Maestro. Here's a little Chick-fil-A nugget, and then I'll get out of here because again, I'm all business all the time here. Let me say this: if you take Tom Brady out of the NFL, okay, what current quarterback has the most Super Bowl rings?
Wow. Say that again.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yes, sir. All right. Yep.
That's our man, AB. 5-tool
Good one.
player.
That's a great trivia.
Yeah. Buckets, that's how you contribute to the show right there. Damn it. It's always so stressful when Buckets is on the show. I have to feel like I'm doing 2 jobs. All right. that was some fun today. I don't care what you say. That was fun today. But as always, we've got a day to get to, so there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, I love them all. Sort of. Buckets. Maestro. Our man Calvin Wetzel. AB on the ones and the twos. Don't forget, give us a vote at the 2022 People's Choice Podcast Awards. We want to be number one in that sports category. And also, join us today, me and the guys, Early Edge in 5 at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. More best bets, more storylines for the night in sports. We grind in July, and we grind for you at the Early Edge. Good luck.